Now, how big is this accomplishment, the first African-American female licensed NASCAR driver?
It's pretty big. It's not something that I intentionally set out to do. I love to race. I just happen to be a black female. And when it started, what people don't understand, NASCAR is, out of all of the sports there is in America, this is the only sport where you have to pay to do anything. And with football, basketball, you can practice for free. You can go to your local gym. You can go to your local court, whatever. You don't have to pay to perfect your craft. With NASCAR, you have to pay for everything. For example, the Atlanta Motor Speedway, the last time I checked, was like $10,000 to rent it just for the day. That doesn't include your staff, your pit crew, your car, the EMT that you have to have on scene. It doesn't include any of that. So with that being said, you know, I just wanted to race. I just happened to be a black female. So I figured in order for me to get a sponsor, I have to put myself in front of them. Otherwise, they're not going to know, because I've been caught in a catch-22. In order for me to get a sponsor, I have to be on a track. But in order for me to be on a track, I have to have a sponsor. So I figured, why not embrace the accomplishment that I made so I can get the attention that's needed from the right people, so maybe we can move forward and actually dominate the sport and do what I envision of doing. So it's a pretty good accomplishment. I know that there's so much more in store.
Now, how many females are licensed, regardless of the
race?
Yeah. Kind of sounds like a pun right there, but no, it's not.
Actually, I don't know exactly how many. There's quite a few. There's quite a few. Of course, you have Danica.
Yeah.
You have Johanna Long. You have a couple other females that are actually licensed. I don't know the exact number.
Is Danica at this point maybe the face of female drivers?
Of course. And that was intentional.
How did she become the face of it? Was she the first female driver, or?
No. There's been now mind you, NASCAR's been around for decades. Danica's only like 30, in her early 30s. Danica came from Indy racing and went to NASCAR. But with that being said, you know, at the end of the day, I'm going to just be real. NASCAR, just like any other sport, is a business as well. And they know that in order to survive, you have to switch it up. You have to reinvent yourself. You have to do that. And they brought Danica over, and with NASCAR is about who can bring the most positive exposure to their sponsor. Danica, kudos to her. I'm proud of her just for her doing her thing, being a woman in a male-dominated sport. But when we break it down and be real about the situation, you know, let's look at it. Let's break it down. Danica came from Indy, and she pretty much skipped over all of the lower tiers in NASCAR and went straight to Nationwide at the time. Now it's Xfinity. Went straight to Xfinity, Nationwide, and Sprint. And that was intentional because, you know, they have to market her and brand her. And that's the whole point, you know, with that, as far as the business side. If you want to be real, Danica's never won a race. She's never really, I don't even think she came in like the top 10 or the top 5 or any of that. And but her marketing team and branding team made it so well that you would think she was the first female to ever even race in NASCAR, because she can bring that exposure to that sponsor. So that sponsor's going to spend that dollar to make her everything and more.
Now, have you had a chance to meet her?
I've been around her, but I never just actually, hi Danica, how you doing? No, I've never.
What about other female NASCAR drivers? Have you had a chance to meet other female NASCAR drivers?
No, I haven't. I've met most of the men, but no, not really. Not with the females. No.
Now, let me ask you this. Like in rap music, a lot of female rappers, there's some beef there. There can be some cattiness there. Is that the same with the sport of NASCAR female drivers? Is there?
I wouldn't know. I'm not catty. With me, I want to meet all of them, and we're women in a male-dominated sport. How awesome would it be if we all were on the track at the same time? You know what I'm saying? Competing with the guys. That's how I think. That's just my mentality. I don't think of, oh, she did this before me or she did. No, because what God has for you is for you, and what he has for me is for me. So I'm pretty sure there is a lot of cattiness, but I have yet to experience it. So I really don't know. I know that they give her a hard time. The guys do.
And give Danica a hard time?
Yeah, they give Danica a hard time. I think, honestly, they do that because they probably feel like she kind of came on in and, you know what I'm saying? They want her to prove herself, but just by her being there is enough proof, She has enough balls to compete and run with you guys in these cars. I mean, just it's about respect.
Now, if you were on the track with Danica, who would win?
Me. You think I'm going to say she go win? Come on. Me. But this is the thing. That's where the sponsorship comes in. And a lot of people don't get it, but in order to compete, you have to have an even playing field. So if Danica has this sponsor that has bukus of money, unlimited dollars, she can afford to buy the best equipment out there. So if I'm coming and I don't have the same amount of money, or I can't buy the same equipment. So it doesn't matter if I'm the best driver in the world. If it's not an even playing field and I don't have the same things that she has, then it really doesn't matter.